I'm a long-haul trucker. Been driving the I-80 for years now. You see weird things out there sometimes. Hitchhikers that look like they haven't slept in weeks. Headlights in your mirror that just disappear when you try to pass them. But what happened 3 nights ago? That's different. Right now I'm sitting in a Motel 6 in Elko. Door locked, tire iron in my hand. And I haven't slept since. I was hauling electronics to Reno. It was around 2:30 in the morning. If you've never driven through rural Nevada, it's like being on another planet. Nothing but darkness, sagebrush, and the sound of your own engine. I was getting tired, that dangerous kind of tired, where your eyes close for just a second too long. So I started looking for coffee. That's when I saw it. A neon sign, bright enough to cut through the dark like lightning. The Greasy Spoon, grand opening, open 24 hours. It looked like something straight out of the 1950s. Chrome walls, red booths, glowing windows. But the parking lot was completely empty. No trucks, no cars, nothing. I should have kept driving, but I didn't. I pulled over. The second I stepped out of my truck, something felt off. The air was heavy, like the pressure before a storm. I walked inside. The bell above the door chimed. The place was spotless, not just clean, unnaturally clean. Behind the counter stood a waitress, beehive hair, old-school uniform, name tag Dottie, and a smile. That didn't feel right. "What can I get for you, sugar?" Her voice sounded distorted, like it was coming through a broken radio. "Black coffee and cherry pie," I said. I sat down. She turned to pour the coffee. That's when I noticed it. Her arms, they didn't move right. The joints bent just slightly wrong. Like she didn't fully understand how a human body works. And her skin, it didn't move naturally. It looked like something wearing a person. I looked down. There was a newspaper on the counter. The Nevada Independent, dated April 15th, 2026. That was today. But the headline, it wasn't news. It said, "Jackson Miller, found in the tires." That's my name. My chest went cold. I slowly looked back at Dottie. She wasn't moving anymore, just standing there, holding the coffee pot, staring at me. Her smile hadn't changed, but her eyes, they weren't eyes, just flat, black circles. "Everything okay, Jackson?" My voice barely came out. "How do you know my name?" She tilted her head. "It's in the paper." Then her voice glitched. "Paper, paper, paper, paper." That was enough. I ran. Didn't pay. Didn't look back. I jumped into my truck and floored it. As I sped out, I glanced in my mirror. The diner was gone. No lights, no building, no sign. Just empty desert. I didn't stop driving until I reached Elko. When I finally got out, I checked my tires. And that's when I found it. Stuck deep in the tread. A piece of red vinyl, like it came from a diner booth. And written on it, in black marker, "You forgot your pie." I'm done. I'm not finishing this haul. I'm not going back out there. I don't care about the money. If you're ever driving down I-80, and you see a neon sign glowing in the dark. Just keep driving. I'm a single mom, living in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio. It's the kind of neighborhood where nothing ever happens. People leave packages outside for days, and no one touches them. But ever since my divorce, I've been a little paranoid. So I installed security cameras in my house, one in the living room, and one in my 6-year-old daughter Lily's bedroom. Last week, Lily went to stay with her dad in Chicago for spring break. The house was completely silent. Too silent. 2 nights ago, at exactly 3:14 a.m., my phone buzzed on the nightstand. Person detected in Lily's room. I shot upright. My heart started racing. I grabbed my phone and opened the live feed. The room was dark, only lit by the soft green glow of her humidifier. Everything looked normal. No movement, no one there. I told myself it was nothing, maybe a bug or a shadow. But then it happened again. The next night, same time, 3:14 a.m. Person detected. This time, I watched the playback, and that's when I saw it. In the corner of the screen, near the closet, the door slowly creaked open, just a few inches. Then, a hand reached out. It wasn't normal. The fingers were too long, unnaturally long. Gray, thin, stretching far past where they should. It gripped the edge of the doorframe and just stayed there, frozen. Then the video cut out. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next morning, I called the police. They searched everything: closets, attic, crawl space, nothing. They told me it was probably a glitch, or maybe someone hacked the camera. So I reset everything. Passwords, settings, all of it. That night, I didn't take any chances. I slept in the living room, lights on, a kitchen knife sitting on the table. 3:14 a.m. came, no notification. I felt relief wash over me. Maybe it really was just a glitch. But then I realized something. The camera hadn't alerted me, because I was already watching it. Live. I had the hallway feed open on my phone, the hallway leading to Lily's room. It was empty, completely still. And then, I heard something, not from the house, from my phone. The camera in Lily's room has 2-way audio. Someone had turned the microphone on. It was whispering, soft, quiet, familiar. "Mommy, I can't find my doll." My blood ran cold. It sounded exactly like Lily. Every detail, the voice, the tone, even the way she says her words. But Lily wasn't here. She was hundreds of miles away. I called her dad immediately. He answered, half asleep. I asked him if Lily was okay. He said, "She's right here. We're watching a movie." I slowly turned toward my iPad. The live feed from Lily's room was still open. The closet door was fully open now, and something was standing in the middle of the room. It was wearing Lily's yellow pajamas. It had her hair, her size, her shape. But it didn't have a face. Just smooth, pale skin, where eyes and a mouth should have been. There was nothing. It tilted its head, and then, through the speaker, in Lily's voice, it said, "Mommy, why are you under the bed?" I froze. I wasn't under the bed. I was downstairs. And then, I heard it. A loud, heavy thump from upstairs, from my bedroom. I ran. I didn't grab anything. No keys, no shoes. I ran out of the house and didn't stop. I ended up at a 24-hour CVS. Now I'm sitting in a Starbucks, trying to figure out what to do. The police think I'm losing my mind. But I checked the app one last time. The camera in Lily's room is offline. But the one in the living room just sent a notification. Person detected. The thumbnail shows my front door, wide open. And standing on the porch is a little girl in yellow pajamas, looking out into the street, looking for me. I've been a park ranger for over 12 years. I've seen a lot. Animal attacks, people getting lost, bad decisions in the wilderness. You get used to that. But there's something else out there, something we don't talk about. We call them quiet spots. In my section of the Appalachian Trail, there's a place locals call the Blackwood Crevasse. It's not on any official map, and we're told to keep people away from it. If hikers ask, we lie. We tell them it's protected land, endangered wildlife. But the truth is, nothing lives there. Because nothing makes sound in Blackwood. No birds, no insects, no wind. Just silence. Last month, a hiker went missing. A 22-year-old kid named Tyler. His GPS signal died right near the crevasse. So we went in to search. The moment you step into that place, everything changes. One step, you hear the forest. The next, it's gone. Like someone muted the world. The air felt wrong. Cold, not natural cold. Like the inside of a refrigerator. We spread out and searched, staying within sight of each other. About 20 minutes in, I found Tyler's backpack. It wasn't dropped, it was placed. Perfectly, neatly. Next to it, his boots, tied like someone had taken the time to arrange them. And then, I saw something I wish I hadn't. A staircase. Just standing there, in the middle of the forest. No house, no ruins, nothing. Just stairs, leading nowhere. We're trained not to go near them. That's one of the unspoken rules. But something caught my eye. On the third step, there was a trail of candy, Reese's Pieces. They led up the stair and stopped at the top. Then we heard it. A whistle, high-pitched, rhythmic, coming from above the stairs. And then, a voice. Help! Me! It was Tyler. But something was wrong. The voice was too fast, too distorted, like it was being played at the wrong speed. My partner stepped forward, called his name. And then the voice changed. It became his voice. Perfect. Miller, stop. Exactly how I said it. Then it laughed. A horrible sound, like rocks grinding together. The air above the stairs started to shimmer. And then, something reached out. A hand. Too many joints, too many bends. It picked up a piece of candy. That's when we ran. We didn't look back. Tyler was never found. The report says he fell, but I know the truth. Last night, I was locking up the ranger station, and I heard a tapping on the window. No one was there, but on the glass, in the fog from my breath, someone had written a name, Sam, and from the tree line, I heard it, my voice. Hey Sam, you forgot your boots. I'm leaving next week, moving to Arizona. And if you ever find yourself deep in the woods, and you see a staircase that doesn't belong, don't look at it. Don't listen. And whatever you do, don't follow the candy.